hospital. So I thought this sounds of movement around me were doctors. And I couldn't focus my eyes. It actually kind of looked like doctors at first. And when I could finally focus my eyes, I could see it was these creatures.
That was a short clip of Travis Walton. What's up, Mob Crew? I'm Chris, and today is Paranormal Tuesday. And today's story is about Travis Walton, who claims he was taken by aliens on a spaceship. His first-hand account is quite terrifying, but what makes this case so unique is that there was multiple witnesses. I go over his story and more in today's video. Also, today's missing person case is Haley Cummings from Muncie, Indiana. She will be featured at the end of my video, so please stay until the end for that. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, where we cover murder, mystery, to the paranormal. On November 5th, 1975, Travis Walton and his co-workers were logging in the Apache-Sitgreaves National Forest near Snowflake, Arizona. While riding in a truck with 6 of his co-workers, they allegedly saw a suspicious bright light and went towards it to investigate. As they approached, Walton quickly hopped out of the truck, and they all realized that they were looking at a saucer-shaped object hovering over the ground approximately 110 feet away, making a high-pitched buzz. Walton claims that after he left the truck and approached the object, a beam of light suddenly appeared from the craft and knocked him back and unconscious. The other 6 men were frightened and thought that Walton was dead, so they drove off, but as they were driving away, they felt bad about leaving Walton behind, so they turned the truck around and came back to the area where they originally saw the light, but the saucer was gone and they couldn't find Walton's body. All the workers were terrified and in shock, and decided they needed to call the police and try to explain what happened. Of course, their story they told to police did not sit well, and law enforcement thought that they were trying to cover up some kind of foul play. But 5 days later, Travis Walton would emerge walking along a highway and would run to a payphone at a gas station and call his brother. During this time, Walton didn't know he had been missing for 5 days and still thought it was the same day. So Walton, who was in shock, was taken to the hospital to get checked out. It is around this time he starts to remember what had happened to him. Walton recalls coming in and out of consciousness for a while due to the pain he had, but thinks he was at the hospital. But as he was scanning the room, he noticed that there were 3 beings surrounding him that are about 3 to 4 foot tall, that had gray bodies with black eyes. He realized that there was some kind of small box lying on his chest and sees that one of the beings with the mask is doing something with the box. At that time, Walton is looking at the being, and it turns its head towards Walton and leans over towards Walton's face, and he realizes that these eyes are not human, and he begins to panic. Walton quickly hops off the table and grabs some kind of object and begins swinging at the beings while realizing he is inside a very small room. So after a few moments of observing Walton, the 3 beings walked out of the room and down the hall to the left. Even though Walton is freaking out, he decides he needs to escape, so he heads out of the room and down the hall to the right and discovers a room with a chair in the middle, and so he enters and begins to investigate the room. when all of a sudden something walks in the room with him. It is wearing what looks like a blue overalls and a space helmet. And he noticed that it looked like a normal man with hair, and Walton became relieved and walked up to the man and began to ask him questions. And as he is talking, he quickly realizes something is off with this man because his eyes seem to be distant, almost like this man was in a trance. But the man in the overalls grabbed his arm and walked with him down a platform into this giant hangar where Walton could see multiple saucers just hovering over the floor. While they were walking, he noticed they were approaching another room that had a medical table in the room and was very bright. Travis was kind of relieved when he saw 3 more of these human-like beings in space helmets standing in the room. But then Walton was forced onto the table and began to panic again. He did notice that these other 3 beings, 2 of them looked like females, but they had put some kind of clear plastic mask over his face, and Walton believes he was given some kind of anesthesia because the next thing he remembers is waking up close to the freeway. So looking back, Walton believes the aliens weren't trying to hurt him, but they were trying to help and fix Walton's wounds from being hit with the beam, and then they released him shortly after. What makes this story more credible than other stories like this is that all parties that were involved were polygraphed, and 5 out of the 6 passed the polygraph test, and the other one was just inconclusive. Walton's story would evolve into a book and a movie which is called Fire in the Sky, and he has appeared on many talk shows and continues to tell his story. So what do you guys think? Do you think Travis was taken by aliens, or was this some kind of hallucination? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, please smash that like button and share this video. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on all notifications as I upload daily. Please consider supporting my channel by becoming a member. Today's missing person case is Haley Cummins from Muncie, Indiana. She was seen with the boy in a gold GMC and could be heading towards the southeastern states like Florida and Georgia. Please take a close look. Please take care of yourself and be sure to tell someone you love them. And I love you all. Thank you.